Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Teresa Crafty Grams and I am playing basically. I've started a bunch of hidden paperclip bases and I thought I would just turn the camera on and do a little bit of a craft along. So these are the most basic hidden paperclips I have seen, and they're just basically two pieces of paper. These are scrapbook papers of various weights, I guess, and you fold one in half, put paperclip on, and then get another smaller piece usually and cover the paperclip with it. Now I do the I don't know that anyone else does this covering or a little bit of decoration on the bottom piece, but I don't know why I do, but I just decided that was what I was going to do. So that's what we're doing. So I hope everyone's having a lovely crafty day. I am enjoying the cooler mornings and evenings since this is what fall is like in Georgia. It's, gets down to the high 40s, low 50s at night, and then by the afternoons it's scorching. So we go from, well, I don't turn my heat on until I absolutely have to because I hate artificial heat. It's really, really bad for my skin and my sinuses. So I avoid it at all costs. Yeah, we go from some people needing heat to air conditioning. I just leave my back door with a screen on it open and a couple of windows. And then when the air conditioner comes on, I shut them. But it's nice at night. I do need a blanket, an actual blanket, which is very nice. And sometimes I can manage to wear long pants for most of the day. Today, however, I am in shorts. I don't even know what the temperature is, but it's warm enough for shorts for me. I do not have the air conditioner on yet, though, so that's a good thing. So some of my papers are thin, like this is. I don't know if you can tell, it's just quite thin, regular paperweight paper, basically. And I have taken scraps, and this is an unintentional scrap buster, I guess. I've taken some scrap strips that I have, and folded them in half and folded them around the edges so that they're a little more sturdy when you go to put the paperclip on paper. So, yeah. So just round the corners and then do a little bit of inking. Now, I do tend to ink rather heavily on the inside of these, because sometimes they, the inside is visible. And if it's not a double-sided or piece of cardstock paper, then I just ink it up. Like so. Much going on in the world of me these days. My kids are getting their kids ready for Halloween. Getting their costumes and such the like. So far I know that my youngest grandson, 8 months old, he is Gary the Snail from SpongeBob, and that costume is just adorable. And my other grandson's costume I have not really seen yet, but I expect I will see it sometime this weekend. Of course, I've seen my grandson, just not his costume. So, part of my motivation to do this massive paperclip make is I bought, I won an auction on Whatnot. If you know, you know. If you don't know, please don't go look it up. Or at least, I warned you. I warned you. That's about all I can say. It's a rabbit hole of a different variety. Anyway, in this random scrapbook paper box that I won was an enormous amount. What I'll show you. An enormous amount of sorry, that was more difficult than I thought it would be. Of 12 by 12, well, they're not 12 by 12 anymore, but they were 12 by 12 papers that were cut into strips of various widths. So, and there are also various weights. Some of them are cardstock, some of them are just thin, you know, paper, regular paper weight. And there's a lot of them, as you can see. And some of them are not papers that I am likely to use because they're not, you know, they're not vintage, or they're, you know, princessy. There's a lot of children's themes in there, and the girl ones I won't use. And the boy ones I gave to my daughter to use in her son's scrapbook. So, and then also when I found I had to do this with the edges of the thinner pages, that was another way of using it. So basically, when I folded a strip in half and used all that I could use on it, I threw it in the recycle. So I'm very proud of myself for that, because usually a scrap buster project just means smaller scraps. And I hope I'm not the only one who feels that way or has that experience, but yeah, that's the way that works for me. So I feel like this one is, in fact, busting scraps, because I am, whatever's not used, I am allowing to leave my craft room and also not clog up the, you know, the trash, wherever trash goes, whatever that's called. Landfills and the dump and things of that nature. I am going to use my glue stick for these pieces. And a lot of these scraps I have little to no idea where they came from or where the rest of the paper got used. Some project somewhere along the road. For all I know, the projects could still be in my stash somewhere. But getting rid of the scraps is getting rid of something. Anyway, a lot of them are printables, or like this is a book page that I've used. I think that's just sprayed coffee, and then the other side is spray ink, distress ink. So yeah, I don't think I want to put much on them. I'm weighing between putting stuff on them and not adding bulk to them. So always a fun line to walk. Right. So now I'm just going to look for something that will go with that little bit of purple there. Maybe. Maybe not. This is a paper that I would not choose myself because although I love polka dots and purple, it's not vintage. So, like I said, it's not something I would normally choose to use, but I think I can manage to make it work in a hidden paper clip, right? Sure. So, cut that piece off there. Around the corners and ink it. And I think it will be fine. Ink-a-dink-a-doo. So I hope you're all finding some project to work on, or you know, these are the kinds of things that I do when I don't really have an idea for a project, or I have too many ideas for projects and I just need to slow the brain down. I guess I really need to put a paper clip in there, huh? Or else it'll just be folded in half pieces of paper. There's that. That would be cute. I'm putting them to the side to dry before I start decorating any of them. This one is a good card. And to ink them, I'm just using my archival ink vintage photo. Because it just goes with everything, right? Put my lid back on my glue stick for a second. So I'll figure out what I'm going to put here. I don't know what this is, but let's see if I can cut that white bit off. This is obviously a printable. It's got that lovely white border to it. No, I'm not sure it's going to be wide enough to wrap around the paper clip. Boo, 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 boo. Put that back in the scrap bin. I guess that'll work. This is also a printable. Don't know what it was printed on the back of, but you know. Done a really horrible job of folding that one in half. Look at that. Good thing I paid attention to that. I haven't even inked the inside of it, and it is very pale. Hopefully that will be good enough to mask the misfold. Right, let's get this folded and cut to size. Paper's not that thick. Bit more ink. The glue. Oops. Oh, gracious. Put the paperclip back on. And of course, if you are so inclined, you can cut a slit up here and let the end of the paper clip come through, so you can add a tassel or beads or whatever. But since I'm using these plastic coated paper clips, I prefer to hide them all completely. So there you go. Oh, oh, oh. Bit of sparkly paper. I have no idea where it came from. It came in that box of scraps. I have no idea how I'd use it because I don't normally use sparkle and glitter, but for some reason, I love it. It reminds me of the night sky. It's just, so I'm going to put it on this white with black polka dots. And that's going to use up most of it, and that will make me sad. But I will enjoy that paperclip. I threw it in the recycle. I can recycle. Let's see how long it needs to be, because this one's a shorter. I mean, it's a bit wider, not shorter. They're all basically the same height. I keep putting my scissors over here to the left so they won't get lost, and then end up looking around for them. It's just, but normally if I just put them down in the rubble, I end up pounding through the bits and pieces on my desk to find them again. Ooh! It's always the last one. Right, I don't think I need to ink that at all. Just going to glue it down. Hope that my PVA glue here is strong enough to hold it. This is quite the bit thick piece of paper. There we go. I refilled my ink and it seems to be leaking. Not that I'm doing anything different, but it sure is leaking into the little rubber thing it's supposed to be resting against. So it won't leak. I can't. Yeah, I didn't put anything on that black and white paper because I think that looks nice the way it is. So this is thin paper that I did nothing with, so there's that. I'm thinking. I know this isn't enough to do both sides of that, but I can do one side, and I didn't cut it long enough, maybe. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that'll work. I folded it straight, but that'll be okay. Cause watch what my brilliant idea was. Oh, wait. I need to ink this first. Okay, now my idea. No, I didn't get it all the way up to the bottom of that side, but that's okay too. Okay. Yeah, ideally you wait until the glue is dry before you do that, but you know, strike while the iron's hot. And get another piece of that same paper, which is still on my cutter. And do the other side. And I don't mind if the printing is upside down. I know what I'm trying to say, and you guys know what I mean. Script, text, that's the word. However, the red rumped everything on the other side must be, I would prefer to cover that up. So, yeah. And I did not ink that before I put it on, but that's okay too. See, everything says, oh, not everything. Red rump, red fan, red rump, red wing. This is obviously from bird book. From a bird book. I love indices, lists and numbers and all that fun stuff. All of it. Now, what shall I cover it with? Stripes are really not my thing, but that's not going to be new. If I use just a piece of creamy colored that I will distress up because that's my way. This one isn't very wide, so yep. Make this side a bit shorter. Put that off there. See? There. Didn't follow my own suggestion. Put the scissors all the way over there so they don't get buried underneath the raft rubble. Crubble. That's what it is. All this is crubble. Raft rubble. Shall I round the corners on this or leave them? That's a silly question. I almost feel compelled to round. Stamp or something on there before I put the paper clip under it. That would be the thing. It would be just the thing. I have a butterfly on each side of this, so who knows which one's it's gonna be. And I just happen to have this bit of green ink out. Cute, and I will do the other side with the other one, because why not? I know I'm getting ahead of myself. I said I wasn't going to decorate yet, but if you're doing stamps, they just don't really work well on top of paperclip. I would imagine. I mean, I haven't tried it, but I just don't think that it would work. Right. This is a bit of a wipe. Not the same drawer, but a drawer. It's okay. It's fine. Right. Now, I can glue it down. And I can add little labels at the bottom underneath the butterflies. So yeah, I'm liking this one. Not to toot my own horn, but toot toot. I mean, I guess if I don't toot my own horn, nobody else will. So, there we go. Toot, toot. I like it. Right. Next. Excuse me. Now I must have a drink. My giant Stanley cup. Not the hockey one. Just the, brand name drinking cup. Wow. Why did I just think of that? Stanley cup. Stanley cup. Anyway, that's the little things I do to amuse myself. Or confuse myself. More to the point. Shall I grungy this one up? I think I might. Let's start with inking it, and then we will decide if it needs grunge. It's just bright for me. Or maybe I will just go with that whole bright colors thing. I can do that too. Because I have this. Yeah, that's rather cute. And that's good paper. Yeah, I'm bad about that. I leave the, whatever the last piece of paper I cut off of, I leave it on my cutting surface. Oh, sorry, that was loud. I could have done that a bit wider, but that's okay. It's all okay because it's all just paper. Gosh. Sounding like it might be getting a little worn out. Creaking, creaking, creaking. Don't need to do that on that one. Might actually stamp on that one as well. A little bit of flour. I have flowers the same. No, I don't have them the same way. Oh, the other one fell off. No, I may never get to use that one. There we go. Yeah. One on each side. It's very efficient, I think. If the ones that you use often. Excuse me. There we go. That's quite cute. I'll give it a swat. Obviously, it's a bit late to help that one out. What do you do when they stop sticking voluntarily? Maybe I should wash it. Maybe that would help. What a novel idea. I do have stamp cleaner stuff. Let's put a paper clip on it, and that's the whole point. I do worry. Yeah, these that have the, like especially this one that has such a bold color, I don't feel the need to put, you know, another scrap under there. Right. So we've been at this for nearly 40 minutes. Let me get one. That should be dry, maybe not that one. And do a little decorating. I have these that came with a they're Tracy Fox Paperclip slips. I love those things. Brilliant idea. But anyway, I didn't use these little tabs, so you can wrap the tab around like that. So it's only on one half, but that might, again, that might impede the actual use of the item. So I could do that and have it show on each side. I shall do that. And I have some bits and bobs of, oh, these might be too big. No, there's one. Come here, come here. And that's a really horrible pussycatting job. These are washi stickers, so I put them all on a piece of white or cream colored paper, and yeah, that way you can actually see them when you put them onto a different background. So, yeah. This is not much better, but some better, I guess, because there's not as much white around it. So that, these need to be decorated on both sides because there are two sides. Two sides to every hidden paperclip. Look at that. That does just fit. Upside down. Let's see what else we have in here. See if I can make a little vignette with these. Yes, also horribly cut. But this is also mostly can be hidden with ink. I mean, bear with me, you know, I can't cut and talk at the same time. I can barely cut. ink it up. Ink this one while I've got it. While I have dauber in hand. This one first. Yeah, I'm just gonna put my blue page on top of the rubble over here to my left, the crafting rubble, and it'll be fine. Let's see which way is up. This way. Just at the top. That is lifting. I shall inject it with some PVA glue. This side, I shall just put this on there. See if it needs anything else. Ah. It's going to cover up my D. What the heck? Abort, abort mission, abort. So, that's change of plans. I'm looking. All the tiny things fell to the bottom. Imagine that. Oh, look at that. Theater. It says theater. Stomach is rattling. Must be lunchtime. Adult, the drive-in theater. I remember. I am old enough to remember going to drive-in theaters. Yeah, that's how old I am. Drive-in theater years old. I remember when we were little in Delaware. My father was still in the military. Every so often he would load us up in our pajamas, put us in the car, take us to the drive-in movie, and magically we would wake up in our bedrooms the next morning, in our beds. It was amazing. I wonder when I lost that ability to teletransport. Probably right about the same time I got too heavy for my father to carry. Yeah. Yep, I remember those days. Right, so that's an example of one all gussied up, all decorated up, and no place to go. You will have a purpose. Don't you worry, my friend. So let's look in here. Pop. See what we got. I'm going to cover a flower. And that does not seem to go at all. That's going to be an issue, isn't it? Wait. Come here, you come here. Yeah, I think we need something with a bit of a different shape to it. And these. Yeah, I think I like that. And it's hard for me to decorate papers like these. They're quite busy all on their own. So I think I'm just going to leave that at that until, of course, it goes to be put in on a page or in a journal, or you know what I'm saying. You know the drill. Right, and then this is just cute. If I could find a wee tiny flower or butterfly or something like that, I might put that there, something like that. But again, until it finds its resting place, its final using place, not a resting place. Sorry, I don't know what I got going on in my head. If anyone can figure it out, I'm worried for you. Because my brain is a scary, scary place. Does not match at all. Dig, 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 shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I think I tried those. I did. Tried and rejected. That's an odd, I don't even know what color. Yeah, I won't keep searching forever, but not red, I don't think. I do not think red. Not blue either. Well, looks like this one's just gonna have to wait until I have time to dig through some additional sources of bits and pieces. I'm sure I have on hand. Shame that's pink, because that's pretty good size and shape, but not the right color. Ha. It's attached to you. That is very cute. I don't know if I'm going to get it to ink correctly with that, whatever it is stuck there, some kind of plastic something. I'm hoping it comes off with the sticker backing. And it did not. How very strange. Sorry, everything reminds me of the song. Okay, it's gone, but I don't know what it was or where it came from. None of that stuff. But there, we have that now. And the only other one I see of that size and shape, well, there's a red one. The only other one I see is blue. So, that shall do for now. I think. Every time I say that, then something pops out at me and I can't actually get my fingers on it. So, it's distressing. Nope, 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 nope. Right. Oh no. Am I going to be able to get anything to stick to this? Problems, problems, problems. I foresee a problem. I'm going to cut that flower out of there. Yes, more fussy cutting on camera. It's okay. Fast forward. It is always a viable option. Cut that out. I hope I'm making a good choice. Yeah, I really do think that's cute. So there. So there. A little bit of ink on the flower. So oh no. Oh, yay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought all that glue leakage, and I am going to have to clean it, but all that glue leakage I thought was going to plug the hole on my PVA glue. I made a face! Sorry, it's just, I get excited about the silliest things. Okay, other side. Like the first side wasn't problematic enough. Now I gotta do another side. What the heck? Let's continue our rummage. I don't know what it means or what it is, but it's pretty. Move out of the way, gosh. Let me dig to the bottom of the issue. I really don't want to dump these all out. That would probably make me cry. Yeah, we're going with that. Just because I had to work so hard for it. I fought for that. Go. I got a grand total of 4 done, but that's okay. It was fun. In an hour, it took me. I'm sorry, I got more covered than that, and I got 4 completed, and I shall continue playing even after I turn off the camera, and I hope you will too. Right, so 4 little hidden paper clips completed. Cute, cute, cute. Let's see. 1 and 2. There's my little butterfly stamp. It's kind of plain, but it's usually up when it goes into something. Same with this. Trying to get the light out of the way. And then this one. I think this one is my favorite. All right. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.